blood moon day.
It is. Can you feel the energy? I've definitely felt the energy before it. This has been absolutely chaotic.
So apparently a blood moon is 3 times the energy impact of a full moon. And you were reading up about it yesterday. And unfortunately in this part of the world, so we're in Mexico, that's North America, and the only time that the actual sort of experience will happen, because we can't see anything because it's daytime, is going to be in a couple of hours, lasting for about 3 to 5 hours or something.
Yeah.
But in the southern hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere, they'll actually be seeing the red moon.
Yeah, so the Earth completely blocks the sun from the moon, but it's enough sunlight apparently getting around the Earth that actually creates the red reflection onto the moon. So it'll be very cool to see, but we're definitely not going to see it. It's not even on the horizon.
So we decided to take a little hike into the nature area here. Don't know if you can hear the water in the background, but it's pretty nice walking alongside. It's kind of like rapids as such, running down from a dam and a catchment. And this is sort of the main water supply for Guanajuato, I believe. So
I think so,
we're sort of walking alongside the natural flow that's outside of even the pipes that are coming down.
Yeah, this is running down into the city. So when you walk down in the city, you're seeing all this water come down. It's like a raging river right now. That's how much rain we've actually had. Lots overnight again. So it's all a bit crazy right now, but it's nice to hear, that's for sure. So this is about 20 minutes from our place. We've driven up this road. It's a lot more uphill than I thought.
To walk it.
This is the first time we've walked it. It's like, oh crap, it's a lot of uphill. It'd be nice going back down.
But we do have to not just focus on our footing at the moment, because we're sort of on a little bit of unstable ground, even though it is a road that you can drive on, and our little VW turns into a four-wheel drive as such to get up here. But we've got to take pause shortly, find somewhere nice to sit down and set our intentions for this sort of energy release. So the blood moon, what is it? It's really good for like
the cosmic reset.
Yeah, and very apt for emotional releases and resets of
letting go of what you don't want anymore in your life, really setting intentions about what you do want in your life, and really visualizing that in your life already. And it's going to be really cool. Like, you can definitely feel the energy. It's been really quite chaotic for a lot of people that we've been talking to lately, even particularly around here. So it's going to be an interesting release to see whether it does actually shift the energy up now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not sort of a regular practice for us to do kind of intention setting and stuff, but I think when there's astrological or planetary kind of alignments, it's nice to pause and maybe just sort of open up a bit. But I wanted to ask you, have you thought about any of your releases more than anything? Like, we talk release rather than intention to start with.
I think it's interesting because I always have an issue with eating too much. So when I looked at my Ayurvedic stuff for the first time the other day, it actually is part of that. So it says I'm a food lover, but then I tend to overindulge, so I do. And I get in this spiral of just eating more and more stuff because I'm a bit of a sugar head, and that is so addictive. It's probably one of the most addictive things. And it just starts this spiral, and I was just like, I can't get enough food. So I did a 6-day fast, water fast, and lost quite a bit of weight, which was really nice. But it really...
That wasn't the intention.
That wasn't the intention, but it sort of was, because I feel like carrying the extra weight, particularly on my belly area, is really putting a lot of strain on my back. And so with the osteoporosis that I have, then it's not that great. So it sort of was a little bit of an intention, but I always do fasting to really reset my whole system, my body and my mind and my energy and all that sort of stuff. And I feel really quite refreshed after that. Like, I feel really, really different. But before I went into it, I was talking to a friend of ours, Angelita, and I said, it just keeps coming to me about taking on a new identity. So this new identity would be so much more healthy, and get out and get up in the morning and go for a walk and choose wholesome foods and real foods rather than some processed foods. And it would just be a really different thing. So I've tried all different mindset things and all that sort of stuff, but for some reason changing the identity thing seemed to just really help. So when I talked to him, he went, oh, I'm going to do that too. So we've been sort of bouncing off each other about, would my new identity eat this? And I was like, no, it wouldn't. So
I went out to a games night with him the other night, and if you think you're a sugar head, you multiply that by about 20, and that's actually what Angelito is.
Yeah.
And I was so impressed. He said no to, we call them lollies in Australia, but like some of our favourite sort of
candies,
tubes like Snakes Alive and, you know, little pineapple jellies and licorice as well. So he really likes licorice, and he said no to it. And then Jenny brought out Tim Tams. Go the Tim Tams.
Now, if you're an Australian, you know what that is.
Caramello koalas. And Angelita said no to all of them.
That's amazing.
His new identity has really taken hold.
It sort of works. It's just like, you just have to stop for a moment, pause, and just question, would my new identity do this or eat this? And it's like, no, actually it wouldn't. And then I think that just that gap, that moment of asking that question and becoming more conscious has really worked. So if that works for you, take it on. But yeah.
So any more releases for the actual blood moon? So is it moving into that? Like
yeah, I think that's been part of it, and releasing entirely my old identity. I still feel it there, niggling away, and it's definitely been a bit tempting on a few things, but yeah. So I think it's releasing that old identity finally, and not going backwards and forwards, and that's what I have been doing. So it just is so much. I think for the first time I saw how much energy that actually took. And so I'm ready to let that go and move forward. So that's my personal thing.
For me, I sort of woke up this morning feeling like I wanted to release any fragments of resentment. Resentment for, you know, situations, even to a degree, things that I haven't done, which I guess the resentment is for self as well as situations as well as others, but that sort of just that weight or heaviness. And I think I'm doing better at not beating myself up as much as what I used to do, but there's still some, you know, residuals there. So possibly letting go of a bit more of that. Yeah, it's also quite interesting that this is what could turn out to be, you know, there's no guarantees when you're dealing with financial markets, but in the crypto space, this could turn out to be a bit of a pivotal sort of moment. But even if it doesn't in the financials, I'm wanting it to be a pivotal moment for me, for us, to, you know, shift up what we have been doing. I mean, all we've done for the last verging on 2 years is just spend our crypto. Like, we've just been living off it, and I don't have a big issue with that whole idea of kind of, you know, eating into our nest egg sort of thing. It's like, it is what it is. We just haven't had that inspiration to earn an income elsewhere. We're both psychologically unemployable, so we can't take on a job. Plus we're probably too old now anyway, I don't know. But yeah, it's about creating income for us, and we haven't done that for a little while. So I want this to be a pivotal point around not just making money from trading or just hoping that the crypto market will pay out a bit more or whatever else, like letting go of all that kind of loose, you know, sort of unclear stuff, and yeah, making it be a true pivot, I guess, is sort of what
I like the financial one. That feels good for me too. I think we've been working towards that. The last few days have been really sorting out our financials and getting a little bit streamlined without even realizing the blood moon we sort of knew it was coming up, but I had no idea what that even meant. But so we've sort of been moving towards it without even realizing, actually, when I think about it.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, we had a look at a few different rituals. I mean, any kind of ritual where you're letting go of something and moving on, whether it's, you know, using fire or getting into nature, or some people like to write things down and either fold it up and plant it as an intention, or if you're going to release it, maybe set it on fire and let it go that way. But I don't know if we'll get into all of that today. It would be nice if it was, like if we were in the Eastern Hemisphere or Southern Hemisphere, to be able to see the moon part, but I think we'll just sort of take it easy today and keep quiet, I think, maybe, and a bit of more mindfulness.
Reflective
and this walk will, you know, probably keep walking uphill for another, I don't know, 10 minutes and then turn around and go back, which will mean that it'll be a good, you know, hour and a half to hour trip out on a Sunday morning on blood moon of 2025.
One of my intentions definitely is to do something like this at least once a week. So we went to 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪 last week, and this week we're doing this. But just to be off screens and back in nature, like it took a little bit, but I felt this moment where I just breathed with nature again, and I was like, oh, it's such a slower pace and so much more relaxed than what I've been doing. So it's sort of, I don't know, it's really nice just to get back to that pace again. So
yeah, that's a good intention, and I'm I guess happy with the fact that we actually have started walking and you know, raising our heart rates with a lot of the hills here and stairs and things like that. I went salsa dancing last Wednesday as well, and that was super fun, except that my Achilles and sort of the outsides of my legs near my ankles, obviously I've not used those muscles for a while and they are so sore. So I need to get to a point where it's not spending like 3 or 4 days after salsa dancing that I'm still in pain. So there's some good intention setting to get the body a bit more back in shape.
Yeah, we're getting there though. We're doing it. We're doing it.
All right, we're going to go communicate with all these different critters and bugs that are around here. See that gorgeous caterpillar and all those bugs up
like
there?
Right here.
Yeah, I think we should go and talk to them. So,
all right.
Hope you set some nice intentions for, I guess this is going into the last quarter of 2025.
Yeah, it is.
My God.
It is. What's happening for you for the last quarter? We'll let you know what's happening for us.
Yeah, leave a comment. Here comes a bike rider, so better say goodbye.
Okay.
Share your thoughts below.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye now.
Can't fight the flu. Just go with it. Oh, that smell.